Hello and welcome to week 5. Wow, we're on week 5 of these live workshops that I'm doing for you guys, and the idea behind these was to give your parents a little bit of a break from homeschooling and just to give something for you to do to break up your day and work on a little project away from your schoolwork, but also maybe integrate it into your schoolwork. So today I'm going to be setting you a nice little project, and hopefully you can sort of see it as a bit of an art project, so that you are actually still doing some work. But I can't believe we're on week 5 of these lives, and it's been brilliant. Thank you so much for everybody that's been posting their pictures on the closed Facebook group page. So that page is closed and it's only open to the people that I let in. So we know, hello everybody, hi, thank you for joining me, so that if you post anything, you know that it's only people within the group that are going to see it, and it's not the whole of Facebook that is seeing your photos. But brilliant, the photos that are coming up on that page. You guys have been working really hard, and hi Nita, hi Anna, hello, thanks for joining me. Working really hard and really getting your creative juices going, and I'm loving seeing your work, so keep posting it on there. And I've actually just been on and posted a picture from last week. I thought that I'd better just quickly do the project that I set you, and did my own. So go and have a look at that, see if you can work out what I'm trying to say in the words. And also my daughter's posted hers up on there too. So thanks everybody for joining, and thanks for getting involved. It's brilliant, and all the feedback as well. I really appreciate hearing all of that from you guys. So over the last couple of weeks, we've talked about a number of different ways to take photographs. We've talked about lighting. We're mostly using natural lighting. Hi Izzy, lovely to see you. And we are mostly using natural lighting because these workshops are aimed at people taking photographs on their phones, because that's what we've all got access to at the moment. Occasionally I do dip into SLR, but really it's sort of set up so that it's accessible for everybody to go out and do creative pictures and sort of express yourself a little bit. Hi Eva, thanks for watching. So we've also talked about, I've just mentioned, we've been talking about lighting. We've also been talking about composition and depth of field, and lots of those things. And I've noticed that some of you are really bringing all of those elements into the photographs that you've been posting on that closed page. So well done, you're really executing it well. Sorry about that, that's my dog barking. I just thought I'd come outside today and do this live to you out here, but she's something spooked her, so she's having a little hello to you all. So I'm going to set a project again, a little bit like last week, because that worked out quite well. And this week I want you to think about doing a self-portrait. So this can be tackled in quite a number of ways. So again, remember that we're probably just doing it on our phone cameras. But if you do have a different camera, you can of course do it on there. It's just I'm trying to make it accessible for everybody by thinking about doing it on your own, on your phone camera. So I want this to be tackled in quite a number of different ways. So if you're doing it on your phone camera, and I know that the iPhones do have a little button up at the top that can give you a timer, so it's 3, 5 or 10 seconds, so you can press that and then you can go and move and get into your position to take your portrait photo. If you haven't got that option, then maybe a member of your family can get involved and you can set it all up, and then they can take the photo for you. Oh, hello from Thailand, hi. I don't want selfies in these. We all get very used to sticking our arm out and doing a selfie. I want you very much to think about this as a self-portrait, and try and get it that somebody takes the photo for you, or you put it on the timer. Hi, the Skidmores. You don't have to have your face in the portrait picture as well. I want you to be as creative as you can with this and really think about it in a different way. I noticed that posted on the page was some really great shadow photographs by Rebecca. So what she did was, originally she did some pictures on the trampoline with her shadow, which was really fantastic. And then also this week she's posted some pictures with her family, all in the shadows, utilising this beautiful weather. So I want her to maybe, if she's thinking about doing this project, to maybe push it and develop it a little bit more. So I'd like her to maybe, when she's taking the photo, have hi Bella and Remy as well, and hi Georgina, have the camera quite close to her so that you can't necessarily see it if the shadows going on, and then really try and think about your whole portrait in the shadows. Also, you could do it so that you are maybe the back of you, and yeah, I will do. I'll enter you into the private page later, definitely. So also thinking about your face, and maybe you just want half of it. Maybe you want to sit. I've sort of come out here and sat in the light, and you can see one half of my face is in the light and the other half isn't. So you could do this portrait inside, so you could sit next to a window so that you would just get the light shining in from one side. So as I said, you don't have to have your face in this photo. You can do it from the back of you. You could also, I want you to be really, really experimental with this. You could move, as we were talking about the other week, you could come really close into the camera. You could come really far back. You can think about going high or low. You can also, a portrait can be silly, so it can be a little bit of your character coming out, so it can be entertaining, so maybe think about those elements. Also, think about putting some props in it, so you might want to indicate something to your viewer, something about your personality, something about your hobby. Maybe you could incorporate that into the picture. Maybe it's movement, maybe you might be jumping because you're quite athletic, or you like going on the trampoline. So think about lots of different elements. Also think about your composition. You could have a lot of space in the background. You could utilise these beautiful blue skies at the moment, and that could be your background. You could also think about maybe a plain white wall, so that you don't want much detail in the background to sort of confuse the viewer. You maybe want a brick wall. Think about all the elements you want to bring in to this picture, to this self-portrait. Think about what you want to tell the viewer. So everything should be quite measured, and as I mentioned before, get creative. You've all got that little creative elements. Think about it as an art project, as if maybe go and research some painters that have done self-portraits, see what elements they've brought in. Think about the old masters, what they used to bring in to their portraits. Also think about how I mentioned it doesn't have to be your whole face. It might be just one element of your face. It might be sideways on. You just want your profile. That could also as well, hi Lucy, that could also as well work with the shadows if you don't want those details of you in it. Lots of different options like that. I want you to be really thinking about how you can make this really quite a different portrait, and that you're really going to talk about showing maybe your feelings, your emotions. Are we allowed to use? Yes, definitely, Sam. Somebody has said, can we use Lightroom or Photoshop? If you've got access to those, definitely use them. Get creative in those. There's lots of apps. We talked about last week, the apps on your phone that you can do collages. You might want to take a number of photos of yourself and collage it all together in different ways so that it's all quite distorted. So again, thinking about it in looking at artists, you could look at off the top of my head, I think it's Cubism, where they build it all up into different ways. In Photoshop, you could maybe sort of put a painting effect, or the apps on the phone, you could bring in a little bit of paint. You might want to change the colour of your hair. You might want to really, really distort it. But you can really go to town on this and create some really fantastic, strong images about yourself. Spend some time on it. Take lots of different images, and then you've got ones to choose from. If you've got siblings, work with them. Maybe one of them. Oh, I'm sorry, apparently I've frozen. Can anybody see me? Is it still working? I hope it's working. It might be because my son's on his Xbox. Am I working? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Hi Angela, can you hear me, or have I still frozen? Have I frozen? I've got some thumbs up coming, so can you hear me? I'm fine, I'm fine. Good, 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 good. Brilliant, thank you, thank you. So yeah, some of you have joined a bit later. So we're talking about a project this week, is about doing a self-portrait. But we want it quite different, or you can have it however the way you want it. You can do this very much as a straight photography project. You can do this as a creative lighting, different angles, different distortions, go into apps, go into Lightroom, go into Photoshop and take your pictures. Lots and lots of different ways. And what I'd really love you guys to do is post them up on the closed Facebook page so everybody can see them, because I really think on this project that people are going to have such different ways of photographing themselves. We talked about maybe bringing in props so that it shows some of your character, some of your hobbies, some of your likes, some of your dislikes. It could be that you just have a very, very plain background with no props whatsoever. You're utilising the space around you. Use your indoors, use your gardens, and just really think. You could even it will be possible to do it inside, even if you're on your iPhone, because as I mentioned earlier, you could sit by a window so that you're getting that concentrated bit of light in, and that maybe half your picture is going to be in light, half of it's going to be in shadow. So I hope that's given you guys enough information to go and play around with this project. And in the week, if you want to post up your pictures, I'll try and write some comments on them, and maybe others feel free to write comments, but just nice comments. And also Alameda Children, I noticed Mrs. Barrows has been popping in and looking on this page, and I've been having some contact with Mrs. McKinnon this week, and next week, or in the next couple of weeks, I'm hoping to maybe integrate a project that will maybe work alongside, or just a tiny little bit of an element you can bring in from your schoolwork, from your English work. So guys, you stay safe, and I hope you enjoy this project this week, and get nice and creative for me. And I really can't wait to see your photos, and enjoy the sun, but maybe get some sun cream on there because it's pretty strong out there. Take care, everybody. Stay at home, stay safe. This is a project you can do at home, in between all your schoolwork, just to break it up, and also to give your parents a little bit of time so that they can get on with their work. But thanks for joining me, and see you all soon. Take care. Bye.